Hello guys, Nicholas here, back to another video, and today what I'll be doing is I'll be doing a review of two movies that are that I'll be reviewing today. And as you can see on the background, I am basically editing on my video, and I don't know when it's gonna be released. It will be released probably sometime today. I'm still editing on the video. It will probably be released sometime probably tomorrow or sometime this week or sometime on Saturday. I don't know, guys, okay? Because editing takes a long time. So I decided to stop editing and start doing a review on Incredibles 2 and Deadpool 2. First up, I saw Deadpool 2, then I saw Incredibles 2. And today we're going to review Deadpool 2 and Incredibles 2. Now, overall, Deadpool 2 is a really great sequel. Incredibles 2 is also a really great sequel, and I don't know which one to choose. Um, I think I'm not sure what I would choose, but today I will be choosing. Well, I'm not sure who to choose, but today I will be choosing one of those movies on this review. So we're gonna find out which movie do I really like the best. So let's get to it. Okay, so basically what I'll be reviewing is I'll be reviewing Incredible... No, not Incredibles 2. I'll be reviewing Deadpool 2 first. So you see the plot of Deadpool 2. The plot is basically all about Deadpool trying to save this kid Russell from this guy Cable, because Cable wants to kill him in the future, and we're gonna get to that later in the plot point. And this video is gonna have spoilers ahead, so spoiler warning, guys. If you haven't seen Deadpool 2 or Incredibles 2, I suggest you go watch them before you before you before you see this review. So get out of the video right now and go watch them right now in your local theater, and come back to this review later and tell me what you think about the movies. But anyways, Deadpool 2 was a really great sequel, and let me explain why it was a really great sequel. It was a really great sequel because of Deadpool's character arc, and Deadpool cares about Russell. At first he didn't seem to care, but now he did, because he's been depressed and he's been alone since, Vanessa, since his spoilers, I told you. Since Vanessa, Deadpool's wife, died from a guy with an armed knife, and basically Deadpool has been depressed and is trying to kill himself, but he can't kill himself, so he decided to join the X-Men, and in Deadpool 2, we have the X-Men cameo, but they're not in their modern day version. They're in their 80s version, from X-Men Apocalypse. The movie that takes place during the 1980s. Basically, we saw Archangel, I think, or, well, Deadpool mentioned about him. And we saw Cyclops, Beast, young Professor Charles Xavier, that was played by James McAvoy. And of course we did see what did we see again? We saw Storm. Yeah, I think we saw Storm, and they like slammed the door at right behind Deadpool. And basically that was when they were filming X-Men The Dark Phoenix. The Dark Phoenix, the movie that is coming out next year in 2019. It will be the final X-Men movie. And of course Disney did bought Fox for MCU movies. And I hope that Disney can buy Sony for the for the MCU movies, for Spider-Man being in the MCU, because Sony owns the filming rights to Spider-Man, but Disney, on the other hand, owns the TV show rights to Spider-Man, of course, and Disney's Ultimate Spider-Man and Disney's Marvel Spider-Man, of course. Anyway, the reason why Deadpool 2 did great is because, well, the story about family and the character arc of Deadpool. I mean, the character arc is a bit same. You know, like Deadpool being funny, breaking fourth wall jokes, and you know, making people laugh, and talking and you know, making jokes about the X-Men characters or any other kind of characters, and of course, you know, having funny fights and other kinds of stuff, and also saving his wife. Well, he didn't save his wife. Well, we're gonna get to that part later, though. In the first movie, he saved his wife. In the second movie, he did, but only like time travel. And the funny parts that I really like about in this movie, I like the how the X Force died. The members of the X Force died. I like Peter. Peter was a really funny character in the movie, and also I really like the part where he's like X Force, and then Deadpool's like, no, no X Force, okay, go home, Sugar Bear. That's it was. It was like really funny. It was like really funny, and Deadpool 2 in Deadpool 2, Deadpool had a character arc that he cared about Russell, since, you know, his wife Vanessa, quote unquote, died from a guy with a knife, and he starts being he starts trying to kill himself, but he couldn't kill himself because he has a healing factor, of course, because duh, it's Deadpool, and then after that, Colossus wants Deadpool to join the X-Men, so Deadpool agrees to join the X-Men. And the funny parts I really liked about in this movie are the X-Men cameo, and of course the what else besides the X-Men cameo? The X-Force dying, and Juggernaut's voice, which Ryan Reynolds did a pretty good job on the voice. I don't think that Ryan Reynolds had an accent for Juggernaut. I don't think so. If he did, I'm not sure. I mean, like, the sound engineers had to like edit the voice to make Juggernaut look like Juggernaut. Yeah. And I like how the story goes. I like the CGI effects. Okay. The story was amazing. I like how Ryan Reynolds, you know, Ryan Reynolds wrote the script for Deadpool 2, and other writers, I can't remember the writers' names. All I remember is Ryan Reynolds, that he wrote the script as well for Deadpool 2. And let me see, what else? What else besides Deadpool 2? I don't know. I mean, oh yeah, I forgot. The reason why Cable went back in time and was trying to kill Russell, aka Fire Fist, is because that Fire Fist killed Cable's family, and he goes back in time and kill Russell to bring his family back to life. And Cable finds out that he doesn't want to kill, that Deadpool didn't want Russell to kill because Deadpool cares about Russell. Because, you know, he was in his shoes, quote on the film, by the way, and he, and like in the dream with Vanessa, Vanessa told Wade, aka Deadpool, that kids can make. I can't remember the line. I forgot about the line, but I do remember the movie. The movie was really awesome. It had great jokes, great fourth wall jokes. The fourth wall jokes were funny as the first movie was. The character Deadpool is funny, as he was in the first movie, and Domino was a really great character, and yeah. And oh, and there's a secret post-ending credits where that Deadpool goes back in time with Cable's time machine, time watch, or whatever that's called, is going back in time and is trying to prevent Vanessa's death from happening, and of course, saves one of the X-Force, and then after that he kills the Bizarca. I can't remember But it was, I do know that it was the Deadpool that nobody cares from X-Men Origins Wolverine, or as I like to call it, X-Men Wolverine Origins, where basically he shot the Deadpool that nobody cares about. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm finishing your timeline. Go finish your movie." And it was like really funny, and I really like how Deadpool kills Ryan Reynolds when Ryan Reynolds received the script for Green Lantern, and I know that everyone hates Green Lantern, but I personally liked it. I liked the story. The CGI effects were okay though. I mean, there's no terrible CGI on it, right? No terrible CGI? Anybody? No? Oh well. Anyways, I give Deadpool I give Deadpool 5 stars and a thumbs up. And now we're going to review Incredibles 2. Okay. Incredibles 2. So what do I think about that movie? Incredibles 2 was an awesome and amazing sequel. And let me explain why it was an amazing sequel. Incredibles 2 is a really great sequel because the plot. Now, let me explain the plot. The plot is basically Elastigirl who wants to make who is chosen by this guy known as Winston Winston Dever, who that she wants to, that he choose her because he thinks that Elastigirl is their best play, and of course, Winston Dever loves superheroes, but he wants to change. He wants to make superheroes legal again, but in order to do that, they have to change people's perceptions about superheroes, and that's why they choose Elastigirl, and Elastigirl is in for this assignment. And meanwhile, Mr. Incredible stays at home, being a home dad, and is learning how to take care of the kids, how to be a better parent. And this is really good. It gives some character arc about Mr. Incredible being a great dad. In the first movie, we did see him do dad stuff, you know, like playing with the kids and feeding them and stuff like that. But in this movie, we get to see him doing more dad stuff. And Mr. Incredible, I know Mr. Incredible wants to go out there and save people's lives, but instead Winston choose Elastigirl as their best play. And that's the plot of the story. I mean, the jokes were great. The animation is great. The characters were likable, like the wannabe supers. Like Void, for example. Void is a nerdy superhero and is a big fan of Elastigirl. And of course, Void is one of the members of the wannabe supers. And the wannabe supers, you know who they are. They're basically the new supers. Because and you're probably wondering, what happened to the old supers? Well, in the first movie, if you guys seen the first movie, the old supers died. I like the wannabe supers better than the old supers. I mean, I like the old supers. I like Gazer Beam and Dyna-Guy. What else? What else do I like about the wannabe supers? Oh, I like, hold on. Okay, so as I was saying, I like, Void, because Void is like, you know, I just really like her because she's likable and that she's always like, wow, like this. And, the voice acting was pretty great. We got Sarah Vowell as Violet from the first movie. We got Craig T. Nelson as Mr. Incredible, like in the first movie. And then we got, Holly Hunter playing Elastigirl, like in the first movie. But what about Spencer Fox? Well, he was replaced by, he was too much older now, and he was replaced by, I don't know who, I can't remember his name, but he was replaced by another actor because he was too old to play Dash. And I really liked the beginning because the beginning was really cool and was a reference to Jack Attacks, where basically Deckard is interviewing Tony because, well, Tony, spoiler alert, saw Violet in her super suit, of course, and Deckard erased Tony's memories, but little did he know Tony forgets Violet during erasing his memories, of course. And the plot was really good. And I always thought that it was really good, but kind of felt like a giant toy commercial. But overall, the plot was really good. The characters were likable, of course. And so I decided to give Incredibles 2 5 stars. And, of course, a thumbs up. Now, let's choose what movie is better. So, the movie that I'm going to choose is actually Deadpool 2. And the reason why I choose Deadpool 2 than Incredibles 2, the reason why I choose Deadpool 2 is because Deadpool 2 had great jokes. I'm not saying that Incredibles 2 had great jokes. It does have great jokes, though. And Incredibles 2 was the greatest sequel that we've been waiting for. Other than other sequels like Monsters University, Cars 2, and Cars 3. I mean, I love Cars 3 and Cars 2. I'm not saying I hate them. I'm saying I love them. I love the Cars series. I love the Cars franchise. I know a lot of people do it, and I know a lot of people don't like the Cars franchise. But anyways, the reason why I choose Deadpool 2 is because it had a great story. It even had Juggernaut in the movie, and Deadpool's character arc was really great and improved from the first movie. And they wanted to try something new on Deadpool 2. So yeah, that is all for the video, guys. Please subscribe, add a comment below, check out our website. See you in the next video. Peace.